Yes, Ayurveda. What is it? This particular book, incidentally, is not any marketing, publicizing tool. It's a book I was given as a gift, um, following my sort of announcement to friends, family, whatever, that I was going to go for some Ayurvedic treatment. Now, the thing is, what it actually is and what people think it is, I don't know. I'm going to find out in about a day from now, from when I'm recording this. I'm currently in Bangalore. I will be in Kerala. I'm not going to one of these fancy resorts. I am going to a nursing home slash hospital, that kind of place. I'm going to be there for a couple of weeks, and with Ayurveda, and people want to know what with Ayurveda, and people want to know whether it actually, for a start, does it work? What is it, and what do we know? What do we really know about it? And I will find that out. I will find that out in the next, you could say the next few hours, but I'll find it out over the course of the next week or two. Basically, I mean, essentially, things like yoga, meditation, massage, food, home remedies, they're not, they're not, you don't need to go to a retreat for these, or not even a retreat. You don't need to go to a care home or whatever to get fixed to do those. You can do those in probably the country you're living in. Now, in my case, that's London. There are places that do a lot of these things, and you can buy their remedies, and you can do steaming, and you can do whatever you've got, whatever the reason you want to do, what the reason you want to basically practice Ayurveda. You might want to do it to cure something, to heal something, to make something better, or just to be much healthier and much more focused. I think that's one of the main goals that people do this. As I say, yoga, meditation, massage, food, home remedies. I'm just reading this from here. I haven't read this book. Anyway, I haven't really done. I've had massage, but not for this. I've had massage, home remedies. It depends what you class that as, but that could be oils and other things that you take, inhaling or eating. Food, of course, and it's quite interesting. What I find interesting is this kind of rapid interest in Ayurveda for me started basically because I've got this chronic sinus condition, which is the lower. It's all in the sinuses, which are all pretty much. I like to say they're all over the place because they are all over. Well, all over your face, all over your place, but all over the place. But the thing is, and mine is essentially the lower maxillary sinus, which are above the teeth, behind the seams, behind the cheek, sort of thing, that area. That's not necessarily why I'm quite red in some of these videos you might see in daily life. This tends to be after a hot shower. Maybe I put something on my face that it's reacted with, but it tends to go away. We're quite early in the day right now, but that's why I might be beaming with, red twin lights from my face. But the interesting thing is about this is yoga and meditation. It's been a long time in the West already, but it's interesting to note that it probably comes from Ayurveda, which is initially a South Indian health tool, but more originating from Kerala, so from the state which is to the west on the coast, but it's not all coastal. It's quite a big state, quite an inland state, lots of lovely backwaters. Apparently, I haven't experienced this yet myself. But it's interesting to note that, and also with things like I do something like, I'll just show you. I do this. I haven't been doing this so much when I've been away, but it's a sinus rinse. Now that's not going to cure me. That only gets to this bit. Doesn't get to where it should get to. It does actually take out a lot of gunk. I actually genuinely think that people should do this, whether they have a sinus condition or not. The amount of you put that, you tip your nose up, you pour it, and the amount of green, oh sorry, but the stuff that comes out your nose, you know, it's amazing what it does actually bring out the stuff that you've got up there. And I did it after 3 or 4 days in India because I felt like I was feeling, I knew that there was a lot of pollution here, there's a lot of stuff, but I was feeling more, you know, I wasn't feeling unhealthy more, but I felt like I'd probably taken in a lot of bad stuff. And that's not to say that I don't in London, but so yeah, I really, I did that. But the thing is, that's a similar tool. But before this, there was only really the neti pot, which was more like a little teapot. You've probably seen, anyone who's interested in this kind of stuff would have seen that these neti pot is where you tip your. It's the same principle, similar principle. It's a bit more delicately. You have to be a bit delicate with the procedure. I've tried it once, just briefly with a friend. She had something. But even that kind of originates from what they do in Ayurveda. Basically, sorry, I always pronounce the word probably wrong. But what they do, sorry about the horns, we're in India. So even that process itself, you know, when they pour oils up into your nasal passages, and they also pour loads of oils over you and all this kind of stuff, which is not just for nasal issues. Ayurveda can be used to treat many things, from all the way up to cancers. You know, that's what it can do. And so the neti pot, you know, it's interesting that that's in the West, but again, that's come from this. So it's amazing that this thing I'm discovering Ayurvedic treatment is, it's amazing. It's amazing when you think, and even the food itself is common sense, really. From as I say, I haven't read this book, but lots of things I've been looking at, reading videos and other articles about what it is, what it does, what it basically consists of, and home remedies. You know, you can go to Holland and Barrett in the UK and do some of that, or anywhere. By the way, I'm drinking tea. It's my 3rd day now, attempting not to drink coffee. Only I've mentioned this in a video that I posted on Facebook last night, just to say that I'm all well and everything's fine over here. Technically, I'm not well up here, but that's. I always tell people that I'm actually, you know, from here down, I'm perfect. I feel quite healthy, but it's a clogged upness, and my nose seems okay, but it's the other bits. You know, it's interesting to. Yeah, sorry, I was just saying that this, yeah, so I'm having this instead of coffee. Well, I've been having tea anyway. Unfortunately, it is English, it's Tetley, and it's English breakfast tea, but it will do. I'd rather, when I go to a tea place, even in England these days, when I say tea, they automatically think I want English breakfast tea or black tea or whatever, and I want anything but that, really. I want a lemon and ginger, or the elderflower and ginger, or whatever, you know, whatever there is that I fancy, you know, something, yeah, hibiscus or something like that. So yes, so that's it. So I'm going there. What do we know about this particular medicine? Well, we know that all these elements of it, and it's all to do with your chakras, your doshas, and all this stuff that you are made up of. This can sound very airy-fairy, but it's got some truth to it. I'm sure. But the thing is, we you know, and it's not just airy-fairy. It's stuff that's common sense. What you eat is, you know, keeps you healthy, makes you retain stuff. You switch off from other things as well. You focus more on certain aspects. Focus on things, yoga itself and meditation. I've tried meditation. It's easy. It's difficult to switch off. It's easy just to fall back into the real world. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this, but it's, you know, I don't really know what I'm letting myself in for. This is a big thing. It's come around really quick. I've kind of opted for it. I think that's what I want to do, because I've been told things I could have done which involve minor surgeries and things like that, and internal surgeries. I don't fancy that. And when I know that there's potential treatment, it's not going to be a cure in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to be fixed, but it could be. I could feel better, but it's a life thing. So technically, I shouldn't really be doing 2 more months of travelling or so after I've done the treatment, because you you're meant to get into your routine. But I'm going to try and stick to whatever they say, whether that's the yoga, the meditation, food. The food's going to be tricky because where I'm going and what I can be tempted to eat. I'm trying to eat healthily mostly, but there's obviously certain structures to it. Again, I haven't actually read all this. This is not the place. This is not the place I'm going to, but it's the place that produces this book, and it's a big centre. I really believe in Kerala. I'm hoping you can hear me over that traffic. I did think at the airport. Now I normally don't do much reading, but I did think I listen to audiobooks sometimes, and now this might. I just thought these are great books to take with me. These 14 days, I'm going to be a bit shut off from certain things. I'll be able to take walks apparently, but I won't be able to go to the sort of other I don't know, touristy things, which is not a bad thing. But so I thought I'd buy this book. I don't know much about it. I know that she's into all this, and she does this program called, what is it called? It's Happy. I don't remember what it's called now. Happy Place, I think. And Russell Brand's mentors. Again, he did recovery. Whatever you think of Russell Brand, yeah, fine. If you know, it's up to you. But it is meant to be about it's about mentors in everyone's life. You know, basically, if you someone that you look up to or you listen, you ask for advice. You know, we all do it in a daily basis. But I just felt like these two would be good. I know they're not big books, so I thought I'd take them with me. Also means I probably have to switch off from the internet, which is going to be a challenge. It sounds awful to say that, but yeah, especially when you're travelling, you want to be updating people. You want to be posting, just even collecting photos. There's nothing wrong with taking photos, and that's a different thing to posting them. Taking them, which is what we used to do years ago, just take photos, and then of course we would then just show them to people. We wouldn't post them online automatically and feel that we have to keep updating. But I want to do it just to keep, if only for letting family know what I'm up to. So that's what I wanted to say. I mean, as I mentioned, it's Ayurvedic itself. What we do know is that all these things do work. They do work. We've all got certain people are certain types for Ayurveda. There's the Pitta. I find quite ironic. Pitta is, obviously it's a kind of bread as well. And also there's doshas, which is very much the doshas inside you, but very much like dosa, which is the Indian food from Kerala. Basically eaten a lot in Kerala. Also eaten in Bangalore, I've noticed, and a different style of dosa is done in Kerala to Bangalore. That's what I've just learned in the last couple of days. Had a great time here, incidentally. This is going to be my 5th night. We're only, I don't know, 1 o'clock, about 1 o'clock now. It's moderation, everything moderation. It's kind of a common phrase, but it's a true, it means a self-massage. And I'm not sure what to expect in this Ayurvedic place, as I said. I mean, some people say that you might have to regurgitate, bring up stuff, and it's a part of the process. Some people say that you might even have to have an enema. Now, that's not something I would really want to do, but I don't know what is in store for me. I'm being picked up from the airport tomorrow. That's the airport, by the way, in Kochi or Cochin. There's two different things. It's Cochin International Airport in Kerala. It's not actually in Cochin itself or Kochi itself. Kochi itself is it's a little bit further away. A lot of cities, not actually where they are. They're the airport that belongs to that. It's named there. So yeah, so we've got doshas here, elements and whatnot. So it's very vague. I haven't read this. I started to. I really think I should do that today, or well, obviously neck exercises. All these things are kind of what you should always be doing. I mean, this is coming from someone who's never healthy eating, never. I used to drink a lot as well. I don't really, just drink because I've given up drink now. It's my just started my 7th month of not drinking. Not easy, especially when you're out and about and on holiday, especially. Well, I don't like to call this a holiday. This is more like a, 3 and a bit months away from the UK, a quarter of the year. I'm going to keep doing this as much as I can. Maybe take 6 months of the year away and go back to the UK 6 months. But yeah, the alcohol, it's something that of course I miss it on holiday. It's like companionship when you go away somewhere and you're on your own. The daytime's fine. I can explore. I can occupy myself. No worries. Evening, you'd like a bit of company, or you'd like a drink. That one and the same sometimes. But I've resisted it. Unfortunately, because I haven't had the coffee for this is my 3rd day. That I do miss. I mean, you shouldn't have coffee too late in the day as well. But it's still a treat. It's still something that I really. I do like coffee, so I asked the guy who's basically in charge of this place I'm going to in Kerala if I should. He didn't tell me to. I'm bringing medical records with me as well, so it's not completely against the Western way. I mean, I'm bringing any scans I've had, any X-rays. But yeah, so anyway, I asked him about should I wean myself off coffee? Should I cut myself off from the coffee circle? And he said yes, pretty good idea. Just wait for this. That's a very noisy auto rickshaw or tuk-tuk or bike. I don't know what it is. So, I'm loving it here. I mean, it brings back memories. I've been here 10 years ago and I've left a big 10-year gap, well, not quite 10 years, but revisited people, I've met up with people that I worked with and taught and trained, and it reminds me so much of the nature of Indian people, especially Bangalore people and Kerala. The people that live in Bangalore, not all from Bangalore, they've moved here, or some have grown up here. Some have come from Chennai, some have come from Mangalore, some have come from a lot come from Goa. Sorry, a lot come from Kerala, maybe Goa too, but and other places in India, South and otherwise. Very different here. It's quite it's quite a hip city and places because it's a very up and coming business place. The traffic's got worse, but only because more people have come here. I thought it might have got worse because more people have got cars now, as opposed to, I don't know, bikes and auto rickshaws or something. Well, not auto rickshaws because that's normally the taxis that do that. But the people have got cars, and that takes up more space on the road. But as I mentioned briefly in my Facebook live video, which will be on YouTube if not already by the time you see this, there will be. So there's also they've got Uber, which is controversial. They've also got another one called Ola, and there's other methods. They've also got a metro system which I haven't used yet. So a lot's changed. A lot's changed in 10 years, and I've been to Asia many times in those years, but not come back to India, and yeah, it's great. I could get quite emotional here thinking about it. I definitely will when I have to go. I'm possibly going to do Varanasi after Kerala. Might come back to Bangalore first and then do that, and then maybe this other big event that's happening on the Indian calendar, and then maybe one other place, I'm not sure, and then off to Thailand or Cambodia, and finally South Korea. There's my Korean Kangjong Jeju Island t-shirt, which you can ask me about. I'll tell you about what that is. Yeah, very yellow video I've gone for here. The t-shirt, just coincidental. I put the t-shirt on before I thought the video, and the book and the wall behind me. Not a bad hotel, pretty good. They treated me well. Good place. It's going to be very different when I go to the Ayurvedic place. Ayurvedic, sorry. because I'm going to be in a very, very, very basic room, you know, restricted, probably restricted Wi-Fi, restricted, you know, other amenities. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it in many ways, and I'm just probably anxious and nervous a little bit as well. But we'll see tomorrow when that comes. Okay, I'm going to call it a day there, because I think I've rambled on about what we do know about this and what we don't know about Ayurveda, Ayurvedic stuff. And yeah, so I will just say I will speak to you in the next video. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. Feel free to like, subscribe. I'm hoping to put more videos like this online. And yeah, if you could, but if you want to, then do so. And I wish you all the best. So take care. Switch this off.